Hello everyone, today we are going to do the pre-code camp responsive web design and now we are going to do the certification process. I know we haven't completed all this, but let's get the certificate first at least. Okay, let's add here the boilerplate. We will see what is given here later. First add the boilerplate. It should be a first first. If you don't know how I am doing it, don't see this video. First learn how I'm doing it. First learn the HTML and CSS. Then practice it. It will be better. It will be easier. So we have nothing to do in the head. We have to add an HTML element with the ID of title. Let's add it. Okay, let's give it the ID of description. No title. I'm sorry. Type anything here. I'm typing title. Let's give it P ID of description. 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 And now we have to add a form element with the ID of server. In this form, we need to enter a name. Let's put label here. And name it as name. Then put input tag. Give the type of it text because we are going to enter name here. What saying? Okay, we have to give this one type ID of name. And we already done this. We added the type equals to text. Let's go to the fifth point. First, let's check whatever we are doing is correct or not. Run the test. Okay, we are doing it correctly. Wait, your name should require input. Hmm. Okay, it's saying that it should have required attribute. Oh, yes. What's required attribute does? If you can't fill this, if you are not filling this, it will the form is not going to get submitted. It is required to fill this, like the red multiplication symbol here. That's it. Let's save the code so by any mishappening we don't lose. Inside form need to require uh, input. Copy this, paste this, change it to email, and give this ID email, text email, and that's the ID of email. And 6 point it should be formatted correctly. So you have given the type email. It will help it format correctly. Inside the form you can enter a number in an input field that has ID of a number. Okay. Paste it again here. Enter number here and then type equals to number. I'm sorry. Number ID. ID we have to give it number. Hmm. We have given it. Okay, let's check the code. Okay, it's saying that we have done it correctly. Let's see what it What it's saying? Okay, it's saying that that the number ID should have minimum attribute with numeric value. Okay, so let's add minimum attribute here. Minimum one. Let's test it. Now it's saying that we need to give it max value. Let's give it 100. Okay, we have done it correctly. But it's saying you can't give the value less than 1, like 0 to it. You can't give 0, you can't enter 0 in it. Actually, you can, but you cannot submit this form after that. And if you put value more than 100, again it will not be submitted. Let's move on. Should not accept non-numbers either by. We had done this by declaring it type equals to number. It will not take any other thing other than numbers. If we enter numbers outside the range, we have done this. We have seen those point and we have done this. For name, email, input, you can see corresponding label in the form. We have done that. We have put labels. And describe the purpose of each field as following: ID name equals to label. Copy it, paste it here. Again copy it, paste it here. Now copy it, paste it here. What we did, we gave the ID to the label tag. Let's run the test. Oh, we are doing good. We are doing good. And now for the name element, we have to give the placeholder for each of them. So let's give it here. I am selecting everyone, so we can give the placeholder to every where we want at the same time. And at this point of time, give we have to do it. We have to consider the single input element for giving the placeholder. Let's give it email. What is email at the rate XYZ? Oh, sorry, I'm giving it in the label. We can't give this attribute to the label. Put it in input. See, here it is. And where is this? Put it here. Change the name and here. Change the number 56. Inside the form element, you should have a select drop-down element with the ID of drop-down, and at least 2 options should be given to that. Okay. Let's add a label. Drop-down. Input. Type equals to drop-down. Okay, there was some issue. Uh, we don't need to put input here. We need to put select tag here. So spelling mistake. And see here the select tag, nothing is here. We need to give it the options. Let's give it hello and see here the option. How many we have to put options here? Let's see. We have to put at least 2. So copy it, paste it. Hello, hi. These are the options. Inside the form element, you can select an option from a group of at least 2 radio buttons that are grouped using the name attribute. Okay. After this select, We have to put label, add label here. You can do this without adding label, but I think adding label is better thing to do. And now inside, we have to put the radio buttons. Type equals to radio, and here we have a radio button. Just copy it, select, at least two. We need to at least two, so paste it here. Radio button, group using name attribute. Okay, name radio. Yes. If we give the same name like the radio we have given, okay, let's change it. We can also select, we can select both. But if I give the exact name, radio, we can select only one of these. See, okay, let's move to the next part. Inside form element, you can select several fields through a series of checkboxes, which must have a value attribute. Let's put now the checkboxes. Wait, checkbox. Input type equals to checkbox. And here we have a checkbox. Copy it and paste it here. And now we have to give them the value. Give value attribute to them and give it any value like give them check. Let's see. Okay, so we are getting only some error. We'll see them. First, let's complete the instructions at least. Inside form element, we are presented with a text area for additional comment. Okay, now we have to add a text area. Copy it, paste it here. Text area. You don't need to enter input tag here. It's time to put text area. And note it is not self-closing tag. So and inside form element you are presented with a button with the ID of submit. Now put the button here. Input type equals to button. Value is equal to submit. I have put it. Now run the code. See, we have passed some tests, failed some tests, but don't worry, we will see what we. You should have a select field with the ID of drop down. Okay, it's saying that we have to give it the ID of drop down, and your drop down should have at least two selectable, not disabled option element. Drop down to selectable. Okay, let's put another one here. Put any name here. Like I put Ari. Okay, I think we have passed the test. Okay. Yes, yes, we have passed the test. At least two selectables. So we have to select this. It is the default value. We have to put these two extra. Now we have to give all radio buttons should have value attribute and value. Okay, we have to give value. Let's give this the value of radio and give this value of radio. Let's check it now. Yes, we have passed that test. You should have an input or button element with the ID of submit. ID. So let's give it the ID. Your submit should have a type of submit. We gave it a submit type of button. Submit. Your submit should be a descendant of survey form. Yes, it is. And see, we have completed it. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time in the next certification course, of course. Thank you.